Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just making this video real quick to review my current TROV trade, and I'm also doing this review for anybody who is interested in learning a little bit about TROV, who are currently holding it or looking to take a position in it, and just kind of talk about the direction it's headed. Um, so basically, if we look at this chart right now, it's continuing to make higher lows. So I drew these lines representing higher lows, which can be also considered a form of support. But I'm not really considering them so much as support, but I'm considering them higher lows. Just looking at it like into that consideration. So we have one set of lows here, 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 and one set of lows here. This chart continues to make higher lows, which is showing a good direction for this overall price action. There's one higher high here, there's one higher high here, and one higher high here. So as you could see, this chart continues to slowly grind up to these higher levels. It's not like one of those charts that spike in one day, but if you hold long enough through holding through this price action, it may take 1 or 2 weeks, but you can get seriously and certainly get a good gain out of it. So right now, like, it's unbelievable. Like, this bullish divergence going on here in this chart is unbelievable. So what bullish divergence is, it's basically the opposite. So the price action and the MACD are acting as opposites. So right here, the MACD declined so if you look over here, the MACD was relatively high, and the price was relatively high as well. And the MACD started to decline with the price action, and as soon as it gapped down, it left this dip. Even though the price action was coming back up, it was slowly coming back up, but it wasn't making any new highs. And if we look at this now, we're back at this side of the chart. On the right side of the chart, the prices are low. Compared to here, the prices are low, and the MACD is matching that recent high. So you can see that, yeah, the prices are not moving as we want them to, but the MACD is showing power, showing strength. And if you look here, all it was declining volume. Here we have the volume picking up and it's coming back in. The prices are holding its highest low. So every single time, every single day it opens up, it doesn't go below the previous day's low. And that's what we're really looking for when we're trying to hold the position as a swing trade or a short-term trend trade or whatever you're trying to do. So look at the volume is there. The volume is increasing. If you look from October of last year till now, there's volume picking up in this chart because people want it to go up. There's something behind this chart. There's a catalyst. There's something there that people don't want to let go of this. So this significant candle right here is what it looks like to be the next price it's going to hit and may hesitate or break through. But that is the most significant candle on the chart out of all these candles since it's at this price right now. It already hit this candle. That was one significant candle closing the gap. It closed the gap. The next significant candle is this one right here, and that's 20 cents above. The next significant candle is this one right here, and then it would be this one. So it all depends on what kind of catalyst is released, how much buying power there is there any inside buyers, what's really happening. Because this stock right here has a float of 50 million, which is not huge, but it's not super small. So it's going to take a little bit of buying pressure for these prices to continue upwards. The thing I like about this, it's forming all these small dojis which are indecision, but it's slowly curling up. It literally really wants to break this high. It wants to, but there's weak hands in here that don't have the time of day to hold through it. So what you got to do is, when you see a good position, I would think right now is a good time to take a position, but set a stop loss, set your target, and just hold on to it, no problem. Like I said, I don't predict prices. I trade what the market gives me. So I have a stop at 35 cents, and my target is 64 cents. So what I'm doing is, I'm not saying what's going to happen, but there is a likelihood of it coming back to these higher levels. That is a very significant candle in the chart. And as we all know, when there's significant points in a chart that have happened over and over again in history, it's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. People believe it. It happens because the majority of investors and traders believe it, so we want it to happen. I buy, the other person buys because of that one significant thing. So take that into consideration. This is all very bullish. Increasing volume, increasing MACD, making new highs on the MACD. Like, it's in bullish territory. It's above zero. So we have this ascending triangle. Like, let me draw the triangle for you right now. It's not the cleanest triangle, but you can consider it somewhat of an ascending triangle. Let me delete these lows that we had here. So it's not the cleanest ascending triangle because of this little pop-up here. It's almost like a fake out. It had like a little mini breakout here, but then it hesitated at the top of this candle, which was, like I said, a significant candle to be watching. So it hesitated and it shot back down, and it's still trending in that upwards direction, forming that ascending triangle, that wedge, whatever you want to call it. It's a good trade overall, but we're gonna have to see where it ends up next week. And that's really it. Hopefully you guys learned something from this and all that. All right. So have a good week, and I'll make another video later on.